Eugenia Cooney.
You know how I said I hadn't heard of her? I watched that entire thing tonight.
Oh my god.
That's the most amazing thing
I have to tell Kylie that just happened.
Hello, and welcome to Way Too Broad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculously excited grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Aaron and Ben. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Hannah. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Aaron and Hannah.
I'm so excited. We were talking about this before we started recording, but I haven't seen you, Fricks, in like 2 weeks because we were all so busy, except for Aaron.
Yeah, I was not busy. Let the record show.
You were kind of busy tonight.
I was busy. You know, I was busy in my own non-busy way. I was busy not doing a lot of things and loving it.
You're busy with self-care is what you were busy with.
Oh my gosh, how are all of your things, you busybodies? Wow, that's
great.
Not what busybodies means.
Yeah, it's like an insult.
Yeah, it means that you're like nosy or like in my business.
Like,
I don't
first
think
of all,
it should be,
how
though.
dare you?
Let's reclaim that word.
Yeah, I was like, your bodies were busy, okay?
Yeah, it's true.
I meant that very literally. How were you literal busybodies?
Bitty bodies.
That's even worse. How are you busybodies?
I'm great. I had a great week of busy time.
Yeah?
We went to Disneyland last Saturday.
More like Busyland, am I right?
Am I freaking right?
Nice. Or no, sorry, last Friday. We went to Disneyland with our friends Cody and Erica. Erica, who's 7 months pregnant and went to Disneyland for like 15 hours and killed it.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
And then Uncle and Aunt Brown were here
Wow.
Yeah.
until last night.
How was that? Did they not go to Disney World? Land?
No, they didn't. They were in, or Dad was in Vegas at the time. Mom was in Texas.
Oh,
And they
Vegas
flew here
overlap.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday?
Well, we were at the same event.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking about that now.
They work at the same company.
Right. I was like, oh my god, what a coincidence. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
But that was good. Kylie, unfortunately, was working in San Diego all week. So she didn't get to see them a ton, but and I still had a lot of work to do this week too. So we basically got to see them for went out to lunch a couple times and went out to dinner, and I saw Midsummer with them.
Oh.
Which was really good, but it sucked because
Okay.
not the movie didn't suck, just the experience afterwards sucked. You'll understand what I mean in a second. Just let me explain.
We're hanging on by a thread.
But like I said, Kylie was in San Diego all week.
Yeah.
Okay. And Midsummer is a scary movie. It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
And so I was sleeping alone at night,
Oh god.
which I haven't done in a long time after seeing Midsummer. And actually, it wasn't even Midsummer that was the worst of it. There was a trailer for It Chapter 2 before that. And as I've mentioned on this podcast, the thing I'm truly afraid of is clowns.
Truly.
Like, really, truly terrified of clowns.
Yeah.
I can't even see, I can't see it because I can't do that. And Pennywise is in the last few seconds of the trailer. And just those few seconds of Pennywise, the whole trailer is really creepy, but just those few seconds of Pennywise was enough to make me super creeped out and very difficult to fall asleep later on in the night.
That's
but
really sucky.
Midsummer was really good. It was a very good horror movie.
I
Look,
want to see that.
I will not see it because it was made by the same guy who made Hereditary. And watching Hereditary is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. I really regret that time. So
I don't think it's as over the top as Hereditary.
Aaron, just in case you were wondering, I haven't seen Hereditary.
okay. Why? I forgot about that whole bit. You know, Hannah, it's not an action movie, so I think you're fine. I think you're fine to go ahead and see it.
Well, that sounds like a fun week, but we should do drinks. We haven't done what are you drinking?
Yeah, we haven't done what
Okay.
are you drinking. We should have been
Who's first?
doing what were we thinking?
I'm first. I have 2 drinks. One of them is my classic seltzer.
Classic. Wow.
Ooh, not
Clean.
bad. Mm-hmm. Always gotta take a sip because otherwise, why did I open it? You know, it's like truth
Yeah.
in broadcasting. Yeah,
Yep.
and then
TIB.
and then yeah, TIP. That's our motto. And then the second one.
Tib, baby, Tib. all day.
Tib. Tib. Ooh.
And then the second one is tea.
Oh, that's a nice mug.
Thank you. It has an H on it, but it's on the wrong side. So like when I'm holding it in my right hand, it's always facing towards me. I mean, I guess it depends what you're into,
It's
right?
for you to see.
Right. It's
And
just
them to
for
find
me.
out.
But I had a stroopwafel on top of it,
Oh, nice.
but I ate it already. But yeah, it's like a nice, like spicy. It's almost like an autumnal tea. We thought it would go better with the stroop.
Nice.
We'll get into that later because I want to know what Ben is drinking.
I got ice water, and I also have stroopwafel. I'm gonna open it right now.
Wow. You guys.
Oh, baby.
That was
Make it-
clean as
That
fuck.
was beautiful. Never Stroop has been open in such beauty.
Oh, it's one of the ones where like the caramel's leaking out.
Oh,
See
yeah.
that?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's the
nice.
good shit.
Oh, yeah. Lick it.
Aaron, what are you drinking?
I have a plain seltzer in a thing that we'll talk about later, and I've got Spindrift Tallboy. I got Spindrift Tallboy.
Oh, a tall boy.
I got a orange mango Spindrift Tallboy. I bought this on Tuesday. I was up in the CVS and saw this and was like, "Hey, that's my podcast drink." And it's a Silly Friday edition, so it's made it all the way. Cheers.
It is, yeah, great job. It is a Silly Friday edition. It's a Silly Late Friday edition. I'm feeling real silly,
I
real
am.
late, real Friday.
Real Friday.
I have so many segments
Oh,
that I came up with. Okay, so avid listeners might remember that a while back we got an email from Roy at AppSignal offering to send us Stroopwafel. And since then, we've all become great Stroopwafel fans.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know about you guys, but I sort of forgot that we were even expecting
I
these.
totally
but they
forgot.
Came, yeah,
all the way from the nether frickin' lands.
all the way from the Netherlands. And can I just tell you, they taste different.
From
A
the
little bit,
Netherlands.
don't you think, Ben?
Nope,
You don't?
not at all.
I think they taste a little different. I think that
I think they're probably made in the exact same factory. I would
the
bet.
caramel. No, because a lot of sweets have like different like sugar contents for the ones they make in the U.S. or for the U.S. versus Europe.
Well, they're
I think
amazing.
the caramel's different. They're delicious. Sorry, Aaron. Aaron's
Yeah.
at the office.
I have yet to get. No, they're not at the office. I have some additional ones at the office because they were also very kind to send me and my coworker a box to the office. But I should have a box waiting for me at home, I think, at some point. But they just haven't arrived yet. So
Yeah, they came in a weird order. I wouldn't have expected them to show up on the West Coast first. but-
yeah,
You know what's funny is we very rarely check our mail because it's like the mailroom's in a really inconvenient location in our apartment building. And Kylie actually only went to check it because she got an email for something that she had ordered that had arrived, and that didn't arrive. That's lost. But then she came back with a package for me, and I was like, what? What is this package? And then it was from AppSignal, and I didn't remember that company either. And then I saw that it was from the Netherlands, and I was like, oh my god, is this the fucking Stroopwafel?
amazing.
Yeah, it was great. I had
Yeah.
totally forgotten about it, which made it all the better that I just randomly got Stroopwafel delivered to me.
Amazing.
Amazing. Huge shout out to AppSignal. You guys are so dope.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. There's like a handwritten note in there from their chief Stroopwafel officer.
Hmm.
Our friend Roy thanking us for being awesome. Each of the Stroopwafels, Aaron, you might be familiar with the sticker
Yep.
from your conference.
Yep.
Have like a sticker on them that's like branded, and it also says that if we tweet our Stroopwafel with hashtag AppSignal, we can be featured on their website on appsignal.com
hell yeah.
/waffles. So make sure that you go there and see if you can find us, because I'm going to do that. And coasters are in there, Aaron.
Wow.
Spoilers. So
Amazing.
they say a delicious stroopwafel.
Wait,
and there
coasters?
was also a sticker. Yeah, in the bottom.
I didn't even look through all my stroopwafel. I didn't know
He would have like waited till he had eaten through all of his food. Like, oh,
there's so many coasters.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I ate a delicious stroopwafel. They're factually inaccurate because it says stroopwafel, more like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Co-founder and it has his business card.
Yeah, yeah, and it does say a chief stroopwafel.
It does. He's the co-founder and chief stroopwafel officer.
Wow,
which is a
stroop officer. Maybe rebrand that, Roy.
Wow.
Think about it. Just think about it.
Wow, this is the best company.
Aaron, this is gonna be you.
I want Kylie to work for them.
Yeah, she should.
She should.
Let's move to the Netherlands and she'll work for them.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
Great idea.
Are they based in Amsterdam?
Perfect. I think so.
Yeah, they are.
Dope as hell.
They might have remote employees. I don't know.
Or controls.
No, but I want to live in Amsterdam.
That's right.
Dummy.
So you wouldn't need to. Yeah.
Maybe
we should ask Kylie about this. Kylie, great news.
She loves it.
Cool.
She just told me.
She just told you?
She just told you? Okay. Yeah. Huh, that's weird that we didn't hear it.
Well, you can't hear everything in my apartment.
We really can.
I gotta Actually, she told me on my text phone. Phone text.
She told you on your text phone? Is that right?
Yeah.
You used to call me on my text phone.
Well, I wanted to know how my segment is. How is Las Vegas?
Oh.
And what a coincidence your dad was there too. Did you guys have fun?
Las Vegas was fine. I didn't see much, at least, other than the hotel room and the hallway between the hotel room and the conference center, and then the conference center. So, you know.
So detailed.
Yeah, and the deli, like, next to the checkout desk was another place that I saw. But other than that, you know, it was fine. I'm like not a Vegas person.
Yeah, I have like negative interest in going there.
Yeah, 0% interest. But I learned a lot for work, so that was good.
Did I say 0? I said negative.
Negative. Okay, sorry. Mine is at 0.
Yeah. What does that mean? Does negative mean that you want Vegas to come to you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Didn't think about that.
Yeah. No. I think that's exactly what I want. Now that you're saying it,
I just wish Las Vegas was in Durham.
Yeah.
But okay, I came up with like too many new segments while we were gone.
I'm excited. This is
give me your best 6.
I only have 2. I do have one upfront thing. I did want to tell Aaron. Aaron, are you familiar with the app TikTok?
I've heard it. I know that the kids are using it these days.
All the kids are using it these days.
Yeah. We're ticking and talking.
Yeah. I watched a video about it. I honestly don't remember whose video it was, but I then went and downloaded it. And, you know, I've heard it be compared to Vine before, and I just wanted to confirm for you and everyone.
It's very Vine-like.
It's like very Vine-like. Except the videos can be longer. But
and they have to have music under them, right? Isn't that like the thing?
They don't have to. You can use your own audio that you recorded. Like, it always, like, I think potentially any audio that you put up there, if you make it available, can be used for other people's videos. As like something like a backing audio, but I think it's easier to kind of build that sort of thing with this app. But it's fun. It's very like, it's very like, it's a good idle thing to do because you're just kind of like watching the videos scroll by.
Nice.
So that's a recommendation for you if you want to see what the kids are doing.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. So my first segment, which I'm very excited about, is called Portmanteaus, which is poor portmanteaus.
Love it.
So I'm going to tell you the inspiration for this segment, which is also my first example of an original portmanteau. Okay.
This is right up my alley. You know this is right up my alley. Okay, let's do it.
All right. So the other day I was thinking about magnets. I don't know why.
I do that.
Yeah. Like, how do they work? And
Stranger Things, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
whatever.
Yeah. I was like, okay, what if you had like a company that sold magic tricks, but they used magnets for the magic? I was like, you could call your company Magnets.
Magnets. That's not where I thought you were going with that.
I was thinking magnet tricks.
I was thinking that too.
But
Magnet
that's
trick.
a decent portortmanteau.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
magnet
It's really
trips.
not.
Magnets looks like magnets on paper.
That's really good. It's like spelled the same way. Oh, I love it. Magnet. Magnets? No, it's magnets.
No, it's magnets. It's
No,
like the
it's
Oneaters.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was, and then I was like, what? And then I was like, I was like cracking up trying to explain it to Ian, and I was like, that's a really poor portmanteau.
Portmanteau.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Love it.
So I did warn you guys that I was going to do this segment, so I'm curious if you have any that you wanted to bring.
Oh, man. No, because all my portmanteaus are so good.
That's true.
It's not. That's not really true.
A lot of them are. You have a website or a blog.
Yeah. Back in the day, I had kind of started a new word blog, and they're basically all portmanteaus. And that's Anik Overdoted. That's ANECOVERDOTED.wordpress.com. So.
Yeah.
And Anik Overdoted itself was the first one, and that's like when you've been overdosed on anecdotes.
That's a good one. That's
Like-
what we should have named the podcast.
Like when your family comes back from vacation and won't stop babbling at you.
the last one you did, which was in 2013, is great. It's homoerotic correct. Which I feel like was like so relevant at the time. My favorite thing in the world were like autocorrect fails. And I feel
Yeah.
like now that it's just like
It's
phones got better.
smarter. It's gotten
Yeah.
better. It's really
Yeah.
sad.
It's so sad. The world doesn't have them anymore. But the examples are very funny. Did you make these up or did these really happen to you?
Oh, I made those up. The examples I made up.
Okay. I can't wait to slap your ass.
See your face. This would be better with whips. Chips.
Chips.
Some of these I feel like might have been real. The can't wait to slap your ass, see your face was definitely.
Yeah.
It was born out of like a legitimate like homoerotic correct.
Homoerotic correct. Yeah.
You put refudiate on here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is like dated. These are from 2010, basically.
Well, I'm gonna, if you want me to, I'll put a link out to this.
Please do.
I've been extremely bad about tweeting when there's new episodes, but I'll do it this week.
Do it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have to pause and run to the bathroom. Don't put that in the show. I'll be right back.
Okay, bye.
I'll know if you put it in the show.
I know you will.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna go pour more water.
Worder. Hold me now. Oh, warm my heart. Stay with me. Let love in start. Bless you. Let love in start. Oh, I like that.
I don't really give a fuck if I was just the only one. Who likes that?
You know, it's fun. I got Bluetooth headphones so I could like hear everything the whole time.
Did you hear me singing?
Yeah. Stay with me. And I also heard you say bless you to Ben, who was not around.
I did do that.
That was nice.
He sneezed really big. Yeah.
It was a big boy.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure his soul stayed. Okay. I have another idea for a segment that I think could be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
Okay. This is like a version of the game 20 questions. I'm going to give you like a statement and then you're going to ask me yes or no questions to try to figure out what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you'll get it when I say it. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the statement. I hurt my tongue with a knife, but not in the way that you would expect.
Okay.
Did you burn your tongue?
Yes.
With the knife?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, you would think that would, like, answer what happened, but I still have so many questions.
Yeah, you haven't gotten to the bottom of it as far as I'm concerned.
And we can only ask yes or no questions? That doesn't count.
Yes.
Animal, mineral, or vegetable. Were you cutting something hot?
No.
Were you eating fondue?
No.
What's our question count?
4.
Yeah, I think that's the Hannah's job to keep track of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you were you holding the knife over a flame?
No.
Oh, was it like lying on the stove accidentally, and then you're like, I'm gonna put this in my mouth?
No.
Okay.
Were you heating it up to, like, cut through something that's cold?
No. Can I give you a hint?
Yeah.
Ask me if it was hot.
Was the knife hot?
No.
It was cold.
Was it really cold?
Yes.
Was it in the freezer?
Yes.
The knife was in the freezer,
Uh-huh.
and then you put it on your tongue. You just kind of just slapped it right on there.
Yeah. Yes.
Was it covered in chocolate?
Wait, that's it?
Well, okay. You want to know why? You want to get to the bottom of why?
I really want to ask why so many times.
All right. So the question is, was it covered in chocolate? Is that the question?
Yeah, that's a question.
No.
Okay.
Why would a knife be in the freezer? Was it left there by accident?
No.
It was there on purpose. Was it part of a recipe?
Were you?
I mean, like, if a recipe called for, like, cutting something with a cold knife?
No.
Were you smoking marijuana?
No.
Okay.
How many questions are we at?
14.
Oh, fuck.
You have 6 questions left.
Oh, sorry. Ben, I've been fast and loose with these questions.
No, it's fine.
But I feel like in this scenario, nothing makes less sense. Okay. Do you feel like the reason the knife was in the freezer and then you licked it, do you feel like it's rational?
Yes.
Okay.
Did the knife have any kind of food on it at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it a sharp knife?
Yeah.
What are we at? What number are we at?
17.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So,
like, that was the 17th?
So we're coming up with, like, a dish that
would involve freezing on a knife.
With some food on it.
What?
Okay. Was it a savory thing?
No.
Okay, so we can assume it was a sweet thing. That's not a question.
Yeah.
That's me talking to Ben.
Yeah. It's probably a dessert of some kind.
So, what number are we at?
You're at 18.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
You held up some fingers.
It was Ian's birthday. It was Ian's birthday this week.
Oh. What? Did I not wish you happy birthday?
No, I think you did.
Oh, fuck, no, I think I did.
I think you did on the family Slack. I feel like I remember.
Yeah,
it was Ian's birthday. I thought Hannah's birthday. I did wish
it is my birthday on Sunday.
Yeah, I knew that. I have that on my calendar,
I'm wondering if it was some dessert related to what Ian made. We only have 2 questions left, right? I feel like that's not a good enough question.
There was food on it at the time. So I feel like it's like, did he have an ice cream cake, but then you wouldn't put...
I don't peg Ian as an ice cream cake type of guy.
Yeah.
And also, why would you leave, like, a piece of ice cream cake on a knife in the freezer?
I was thinking out loud. I don't think you would.
No, I'm trying to think out loud, too.
So it wasn't covered in chocolate. I asked that earlier. Turns out, that was a good question.
You're on the right track.
It turns out that was a really good question.
Yeah, it
ultimately.
was.
Okay. Okay. I feel like they could have been making like caramel or something. That's been known to happen. Some sort of
Ian
candy.
has made a caramel before.
Like
Ian made a caramel.
He made a caramel. So it could be some sort of candy or something. But why would it be on a knife? Okay, I have a good question, Ben. Trust me on this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Was the knife specifically important for this? Like, could it have been not a knife in this scenario? You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm asking you?
I don't know what you mean.
It's like you used a sharp knife.
What is essential that whatever food was on this knife was on a knife?
Could it have been a spoon? Or like,
a baking sheet.
Or like a baking sheet. Or like a flat thing. Did it have to be a knife?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
So it couldn't have been like a fork. I'm thinking about a piece of food that you put in the freezer, that you put in your mouth. And like a fork comes to mind most immediately. Or a spoon. So, but you're saying no, it couldn't have been one of those. It had to be a knife. It had to be that sharp
It has to be a sharp knife.
It had to be a sharp, cold, food-riddled knife.
We only have one question left, right?
Okay. What the fuck were you thinking?
It's not a yes or no question.
Okay. Any regrets? Wait. Let me talk to Ben. How do you like that as a last question?
Yeah, it's fine. We're not going to get to the bottom of this in one question.
Any regrets, Hannah?
Yes. So
okay, what the fuck happened with your cold knife?
You guys were so close. So it was an ice cream cake.
Was I on the right track with the Ian?
It was an ice cream cake. I love ice cream cake.
But why was it on a knife in the freezer?
All right, so it was a birthday ice cream cake for Ian.
Oh, he is an ice cream cake guy.
That.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong about that.
You know what it was? We were at another party last weekend, and there was an ice cream cake there. And then I think he was like, I want an ice cream cake. I don't think he does them every year.
Okay.
But anyway, so you're not wrong there. Actually, his mom usually does like an angel food cake with like berries on top of it. Something like that.
That sounds much more Ian to me.
Yeah. But we had an ice cream cake. And we cut it with a sharp knife, which was necessary as far as I'm concerned, and then put the remainder in the freezer with the knife. Like we left the knife in the box and put it all in the freezer together.
Okay.
Then when I pulled it back out to have like leftovers the next day, I noticed that there was frosting on the handle of the knife, which has like a stripe of metal like showing. And so I went to lick it off, and my tongue completely stuck to the metal stripe on the side.
Oh my god.
I have a stripe of freezer burn or frostbite or whatever, like across the front of my tongue.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Wow.
That was fun. I like that segment.
That was a good
It was
seg.
fun.
It actually just started like finally healing up, but it was like stingy for the rest of the whole week, like
Wow. Oh my
Tuesday
God.
until now.
I feel like
Don't do that.
There was a couple movies that you could have, referenced and learned about that.
It was so little. It was the handle. It wasn't even the blade.
Yeah.
It was like so little metal, but it knew where it wanted
You know what they say?
to be. What
All
did
it takes is a little stripe of metal to freeze your tongue after you leave ice cream cake in the freezer.
Oh, they do say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've said
Wow,
that.
I really should have listened to that expression more
Yeah.
closely. Cool. Awesome. Should we pop in then?
Actually, we have.
Wow, I spilled so much water.
Oh no.
It's been a long time. My headphones are being super strange. They're
It's been a while.
weird and echoey. We have an email. We got it so long ago.
We do?
It's been a while.
Yeah, we do. We
Oh
do. We have
yeah.
a nice email.
We totally do. Would
Can
you
I
like
read
to
it?
read it? Yeah.
The email is from my mother-in-law, Robin, and the email title is Thankful for Thoughts of Keys. It says, Dearest Hannah and Aaron, Molly was visiting and gave me the keys you found on my behalf. I loved them, and I thank you with much corn. So there are things to explain after this. Okay. They won't
I'm so confused.
This could be a 20 questions thing. Okay, no. They will become adorned with torched glass beads. Hannah, I'm curious about the 2 similar keys becoming earrings. Thanks again for the find. Sincerely, Aaron's mom-in-law and family. I'm always smiling while listening to your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the email. I'm glad you like the keys. Gosh, we found them in, I think, Savannah? Back in March, and finally just got around. Or no, maybe you found some. I think we start...
There were some that I sent to you.
Yeah, that's right. So, Molly...
And then I think we found some maybe also in Savannah.
Yeah, I think Ian found some. So, Molly's mom is an artist, and she was wanting to do, or has been doing, art project with kind of old antique keys, where she kind of puts glass on them. She works in glass and other things, and so was wanting kind of some skeleton keys, I guess is the word for them. And so when we were in Savannah, kind of looking through antique shops, we were kind of keeping an eye on that. And then Hannah found some after the trip, and so we kind of collected those and finally got them over to her. The thank you with much corn. Corn is kind of like, I don't actually know the origin story. Molly or Robin will have to fill us in. But that's like their like way to express love is like it's just like corn. It's kind of like an inside joke of like, you know, much corn is like much love, or so like.
I like that.
There's
I like that a lot.
We find like corn. We get like find corn related gifts sometimes for her, or sometimes it'll be like corn kernels kind of sprinkled about in our belongings. It's kind of like a little like reminder of love. It's cute. It's really cute.
That's nice.
Yeah, thanks for the email.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminded me. I need to set the record straight on something, you guys.
What?
Like a couple podcasts ago, I was asked if Molly is a soccer fan, and I said no, and that was not the right answer.
Oh no.
I would love to apologize to my wife, who I just like totally misrepresented as not a soccer fan. She is a soccer fan. She used to play soccer. She obviously has a picture with Queen Megan Rapinoe. Like, why would so I just like totally got that wrong. She's a huge soccer fan. Has always been longer than I have. So I'm so sorry, Molly.
Wow.
So you had a resource to learn about soccer in the house with you the whole time.
Well, I didn't know. She met me at Ham. She's like been to a soccer camp with me at Ham. Molly's a big soccer fan, and I just didn't know. And I, you know,
well, that's
really
so exciting.
apologize.
You guys have another thing to share now.
Yeah, we went to a Carolina Courage soccer game and saw some of the U.S. players and some of the players who play in the World Cup. We have tickets to another one in a couple weeks. We're sharing soccer.
Cool.
Together hobby.
What? Well said.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's been so fun to see everyone talking to and about Megan Rapinoe everywhere.
Yeah.
And complaining about her, and she doesn't give a shit. I just really like it.
She's lovely.
Yeah. On Twitter.
Oh, man. Well, great.
Wow. Molly, great job being a soccer fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we didn't notice that blaring.
I'm sorry to
misstatement.
silence your soccer, to like, for that soccer fan erasure. Unintended.
Molly has much corn for soccer.
Yeah, a lot of corn there.
Is that right?
That's not quite right, but you tried.
Yeah.
It's not corn for something, it's like to love a person. That's a lot of corn. That's corn.
Okay.
You know?
It's
like
like
the band
spoons.
Corn.
And I'm sorry to remember the origin story. I know that will feel frustrating to Molly, who's definitely told me. But, you know, leave us a voicemail is all I have to say to you, okay?
Yeah. Leave us a voicemail, why don't
Just
you?
call us.
Do you guys ever use that expression that you're like out of spoons for something?
No.
I've
Never
heard of it, though.
that.
I have. Oh my god, it was so great. Today, I'm sorry, we're like, this is the longest upfronts we've ever done. Because we've been seeing each other. Today, I was literally looking for some plastic knives, and all I could find in my parents' pantry were plastic spoons, like boxes and boxes. And I was like, Mom, I'm having it's like 10,000 spoons, but all you need is a knife moment over here.
Wow.
It was pretty incredible.
That's amazing.
Okay, let's pop in. Let's go. Hannah, hello. Obsession.
Hello. Hello, I'm Hannah. My obsession this week is the quickie. It is a new show on Netflix. It's a new competition show on Netflix.
A competition show?
Is it a nice
Yes.
competition show?
It's very nice. Kind of hot temperature wise, very sweaty. It's called Blown Away.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
I've heard of it because they keep trying to play it for me. When we're like going in to watch Stranger Things, it's like, why don't you watch this show? I'm like, listen, I'm in the middle of Stranger Things. The only thing I'm going to be watching on Netflix is Stranger Things. Don't show me this other show.
Did you finish Stranger Things yet?
Yeah.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a glass blowing competition show.
Whoa, awesome.
Yeah. Like what it
I love
reminds
glass
me of.
blowing.
Yeah, what it reminds me of is like Face Off. Like the things I like about it are a lot of the same things I like
The
about
John
Face Off.
Travolta movie?
No, it's another competition show. It's about
Faces.
sorry, I can
What
see
do you
where
mean?
you'd be confused.
You're like, the things I like about this glass blowing show are a lot of the same things I liked about that John Travolta movie, Face Off.
The show Face Off is a sci-fi show, and it's like special effects makeup artists competing.
It is not a sci-fi show.
It is. It's on Sci-Fi.
Oh, I thought you meant like the
Oh.
genre sci-fi.
Oh my god.
Okay, that is the least clear.
Okay.
Say on the Sci-Fi Channel, for Christ's sake.
That's
When
All right.
someone says a sci-fi show, that's not the
Holy
first thing.
shit! I'm being attacked. It is a competition show on the Sci-Fi Channel.
better. Thank you. Fucking thank you.
Special
God.
effects makeup, and it's very cool. And what I like about it is that
So it is a John Travolta movie then? You're talking about the John Travolta movie?
Oh my god, okay. We have to let Hannah speak.
We really do.
So what I like about Face Off, the Sci-Fi show, the Sci-Fi competition show, and what I like about Blown Away are that both of them showcase skills that are really like difficult to learn and really difficult to master, but are also things that don't normally get like get people famous or get them like a lot of attention. Like I get, if you're a glass blower and an artist, which a lot of these people are, I guess, you can be famous in the art community, but like it seems like a nice way to spotlight something that, there are so many things that you look at in your world that you never really think about, like what goes into making them. And to me, like anything that's made of glass, I now have such a more of an appreciation for. Cause they are, it's tough. Like, okay. They get 4 hours for basically every challenge. Cause like the thing about glass blowing is that like you kind of need to, whatever you're going to do, you need to do it really quickly. And temperature, maintenance is so important. Like I was telling Ian, like I could never ever be a glass blower because you have to be in like a boiling hot environment all the time. And like you have to always be getting back into like there's like a 2,000 degree oven because that's what it takes to like heat the glass up to the point where you can like mess with it. But then you can't even like you have to take it out to like shape it the way you want it, but you have to keep bringing it back and heating it back up, or else if it cools down too quickly it just shatters. So like there are so many challenges in this show where like someone will be working on something for an hour and then they'll take probably like 30 extra seconds more than they should, like just shaping something and then try to put it back in the oven to heat it up. And like it just, you hear the shatter and you see the glass falling out the bottom of the oven. And they just have to start over. They just have no choice. They just have to start over.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like crazy. It's a really, really cool, it's really cool to watch. It's a really cool show. Very tense. I also really appreciate the editing because a lot of those shows, Face Off included, Bake Off included, they tend to take a lot of time. A lot of your watching time is like them building suspense for things. And while they will show kind of like the people like doing their work and stuff, the beginning, like there's a lot of puns in it, which is great, but also like they just jump right in. Like it starts off, there's like barely an intro, and then the host is just like, here's what you're doing today, guys. And then they just go do it. And then you see all of that. And then you see like, it's like they throw everything in the annealer, which is how you cool down glass without it shattering. And then the next thing you know, the gallery is full of their stuff. And the judges walk through for like probably a minute at most and like kind of discuss things, like have like a minute of questions back and forth with people they have questions for. The judging takes no time at all. They don't even show them talking. They just show them leaving and coming back. And like the whole episode, each episode is like 25, 30 minutes.
Wow.
Like it's just,
I love that.
I just love that. I think the editing's really good. I don't know if it's like technically good, but it was really good for me as like a viewer who hates that stuff. And I know it was definitely technically really good and hilarious at the end, and I won't give anything away, but I'll say this, the last two people, it's not a spoiler to say their styles are very different. So there's like a section at the beginning of the episode where they do a really great job of like using editing to juxtapose how different their styles are in a way that's like really informative, but also very funny to watch. So I appreciate the edit. I actually looked her up on Twitter because I was so impressed with her work.
Wow, I love
Which
that.
The editor of the show, you mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kudos.
I've never done before, but yeah. So I don't remember her name right now, but she did a great job.
Shout out to that editor.
Very cool.
Yeah, I have my phone with me. Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, you know what? I can probably look it up while I'm here.
Probably can. It's the fucking internet.
I have the internet right in front of me.
We live on the internet nowadays.
Is that where you live? I thought you lived in California. Huh.
You fucking got me, dude.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I'll shout her out.
Eddie McGee, I think your name is.
It's a woman.
Eddie.
Charlie Hopper.
Edie Tur.
Is it Edie Falco? Is it Edie Falco?
I think it's Edie Tur.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Edie Tur.
She just did a great job, and I just don't. I looked her up once, and I can't do it now.
Can't do that twice. Well, that sounds really great.
It's great. Everyone should watch it. It takes no time at all.
Which is great because like Queer Eye just came out, so
yeah. Have you guys watched that at all yet?
No,
the first.
It just came out today.
I watched the first one.
Me
just
too.
Now before this podcast.
Me too.
I just
so good.
Start crying
Aaron,
right when the theme song cuts on. What's up?
Aaron, the first episode is at Jonathan's old high school, and they make over his old orchestra teacher.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's the sweetest thing.
I'm just like gonna just like start crying like just as soon as I hit play. My body's like, it's coming anyway, let's just get it going. Let's just warm it up.
It's great.
Let's just go ahead. Oh, love it.
All right. We should pop into Ben.
Ben, sup?
Oh,
Good
me
obsession,
now.
Hannah. Good obsession,
Thanks.
Hannah.
Thank you.
My obsession is a podcast.
Hey.
And it's like, I think it's like a super popular podcast
Is it way too
that
broad?
a lot of people know of. It's not. I'm so sorry.
I
Wow.
got confused because of those things that you said about it.
It's not. It's called Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of it?
No, I've never
It's
heard of
great.
it.
It's have you
Would I
never
say-
heard of it?
Would I say
Come
that
on,
if I
you've
had
never
heard of it? Would I say I have never heard of it if I had indeed heard
I
of it?
didn't miss this.
My podcast app has never heard of it.
So basically the premise is that Conan O'Brien has been spending his whole career interviewing famous people on TV, but is not actually friends with that many famous people, and so he brings them onto his podcast in an attempt to make friends with them.
Wow.
And he's just so fucking funny, and I just love it. The first episode with Will Ferrell, I've kind of jumped around. There are like 30-something episodes out right now, and they're basically just all like hour-long interviews with these people, and also he co-hosts it with his assistant Sona Mosesian, who is also delightful, and the producer is Matt Gorley, who has made like a million podcasts like Super Ego and I don't remember any others, but I know he made Super Ego. James Bonding is another one where he and his friend watch James Bond movies. He's made like a million.
Love Super Ego.
Yeah, he's a funny guy too. But yeah, there's like Will Ferrell and Kristen Bell are the first two. Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally did an episode together.
Tig Notaro has one.
Tig Notaro's is it's so funny.
All of these descriptions are so funny.
Yeah, they're great.
Like,
and Hannah Gadsby did an episode too.
Oh.
Comedian Hannah Gadsby feels confused about being Conan's
Yeah, that's
friend.
how each episode starts is the person saying how they feel about being Conan O'Brien's friend. And in the Jeff Goldblum episode, he just like started going on a rant. It was so long. And then afterwards, Conan was like, Jeff, everyone else has done one word. Jeff Goldblum, by the way, just is made of raw sexual energy, apparently. You can just hear it in his voice. It's crazy. And you like learn about, it's cool because you learn a lot about like, a lot of these comedians were either like, or a lot of the comedians he has on were either like his inspiration or he was kind of their inspiration for growing up. Because something I like forget about Conan is that he was kind of like for sort of like I guess like early millennials, like people born in the 80s. He was kind of like the first late night host that was like for them, and it was he like at the time when he started in 1993. And late night, and was doing like sketches and stuff that were all very different from like traditional late night, which I feel like is hard to think about since he's been such a fixture of late night since 1993 now. But he is genuinely extremely funny. I'm listening to the Bill Hader episode right now, or I'm not this moment,
right
but
now?
I'm in the middle of it. Yeah, and those two together are just like, I don't know. I just love hearing funny people talk to each other and be funny together, and that's like what every episode is because Conan O'Brien should be funny with anyone. Lisa Kudrow's episode is also great because something fascinating you learn in that episode is that they basically got started in like performing at the exact same time in the exact same introductory improv class at the Groundlings Theater.
Wow.
Like to get in like 1986.
Wow.
Which is really, and they've been like really good friends since then.
Wow. So he is already friends with her.
Yeah, some of them he is already friends with. Same with Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally. He's like already friends with them. But it's just great. Michelle Obama did an episode, which was also really good. She's really funny also. It's just great. I just love, it's just like a nice thing. Lin-Manuel Miranda in his episode talks about, he like does an in-depth analysis of why the song Under Pressure is so important to him.
Wow.
It's just like cool stuff where a lot of people like in that episode when Lin-Manuel Miranda started doing that, he was like, I've thought a lot about this, but I've never said it to anyone. And like you hear that a lot where people like talk about like their inspiration or other things from like growing up that got them into being into like creative stuff. And like, I've never actually said this to anyone. You hear that like in a lot of episodes. David Sedaris did an episode. There's so many. It's just so many great people.
How truthful do you think this premise is?
Oh, not at all.
Okay.
It's a total joke. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's totally. I mean, I think that he definitely does like get closer to some of these people that he's interviewed in the show before than he does doing like 7-minute interviews or whatever on TV. But yeah, I think he just really enjoys talking to the people for a long time.
Speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda, have you guys been? I know, Aaron, you probably didn't see it, but have you guys been aware at all of the like Twitter love fest that's been going on between him and real life love fest between him and Kristen Bell?
Yes,
no.
I did see that.
They're like both at like I think San Diego Comic-Con. Actually, so are the McElroys. Like it's really funny. There's this video on her like Instagram or something where someone is filming her looking at him out the window talking to some people, and he is like yelling something about how much he loves her outside, but she can't hear him, and they're like both just like really excited to see each other. and like the person standing next to him is Justin McElroy. So he like retweeted it and was like, "Oh, Kristen seems really excited to see me."
Oh, I love those boys.
Yeah, but it's cute. They took a picture together, like right when they met, actually face to face met, and it's now his like profile picture or whatever that is on Twitter.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's so nice.
Yeah, they seem like two good people.
I had a kind of YouTube bend recently where I watched celebrities getting starstruck by other celebrities, and that was really great. Just like Julia Roberts like freaking out about Gwen Stefani. Just like they're just human beings, just like the rest of us who get flustered when they are faced with their celebrity crushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's true.
Adorable.
It's true.
Well, that's cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah,
same.
do
I
it.
just subscribe. I just subscribe.
Subscribe.
That's fine.
Subscribe.
Do you have a recommending starting one, or can we just jump on into any of them?
The Will Ferrell one is really funny. That's the first one. I'm really enjoying Bill Hader. I would say like Tig Notaro, Hannah Gadsby,
Classics.
David Sedaris. I'm realizing now I'm listing all the queer ones. That was not on purpose, but they just happen to be great episodes.
Dope.
Oh, Thomas Middleditch and Ben Schwartz. That's a really good one.
I love those
That's
boys.
a really, really funny one. Love those boys too.
So silly.
I mean, actually, honestly, what I would recommend doing, which is what I did, is I just scrolled through the list and play episodes of people that I'm interested in. I haven't listened. I don't like listen in order at all.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just if you see someone interested in you, click that play, smash that play button.
Click around.
click it down.
Click a runeski.
Nice.
Click it down out of town.
Nice, bad. Wow.
Good for road trips.
Do you guys mind if I recommend you an app you could listen to this podcast on before we go to an session?
What could we listen to it on?
Okay, so I actually pretty organically discovered this new podcast app called Podcoin, which actually pays you to listen to their podcast. Not their podcast, any podcast. This podcast, whatever podcast you're listening to. The Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast, for instance. When you listen, you earn Podcoins. It's like 1 for every 10 minutes, but you can get bonus if you listen to certain podcasts or that are being featured at the time, or if you listen for multiple days in a row, you can get even more points than that. And when you earn like a certain number of points, you can trade it in for gift cards, or you can even take those earnings and give them to charitable causes of your choice. Either whatever like works for you. So it's like, and actually also, it's a really good podcast listening app. Like as an Android user, I have a struggle with finding a good podcast listening app, as you might too, Ben. I was trying to do Google Podcasts, but like it has issues sometimes for me. I've been frustrated with it. So I've been in the process over the last like week and a half of like migrating all of my subscriptions over to Podcoin, just kind of as the episodes that I care about come up. I'm like, oh, I gotta subscribe to this and subscribe to this, subscribe to this. And now I already have like, I'm halfway to like a $10 Amazon gift card if I want that already.
How does this work? Like what is paying to pay you?
I think probably it's because if you listen in the app, then that's like good information for advertisers. And also, I would imagine that, advertisers would like the fact that you're like incentivizing people to actually listen to the ad rather than skip through it. That's my guess. Right now, they're like very early days. So I think they're just trying to like build interest in it and get people to realize that it's a good app. And it's never going to cost money for anybody who's like using it for listening purposes or anything like that. So it's totally free to like download the app and use the app and all that stuff. I haven't like paid a penny for it, and then neither would anybody.
But you've been paid a penny for it.
Right. A pod penny.
A penny for your thoughts.
So
a
penny for our thoughts. Actually.
So we actually do have like a code that I had generated that people, if they want to download the Podcoin app, and use our code, which I should double check. You get 300 Podcoins just for downloading the app if you use our promo code.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just like, what is that? Like, that's many
a lot
hours.
Of nuts is what that is.
That's a lot of
Wow.
nuts. Exactly. The code is too broad. So if you want, to download the app, like, just go ahead and use our code when you do it. Try it out. It's like actually a really pretty slick app. And you also will get 300 Podcoins just for doing that. So that would be
Cool.
really
I just
cool.
got my coins.
Great job.
Coins.
So, yeah. And now it's Aaron's turn.
Well, this is me.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello. I have kind of a funny one this week.
Okay.
My obsession is a thing that I got that I'm obsessed with. And it's oh gosh, I didn't even look at what it's called. It's a Yeti brand can koozie.
What?
Yeah, so let me show you this. It's basically like, it's 4 12-ounce cans, soda cans, seltzer cans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a koozie, but it's not like a foam koozie. It's made out of metal. It's basically like an insulated tumbler.
Uh-huh.
So if you like, without the kind of lid on, if you're looking at it, it's just like a small, what might look like an insulated coffee tumbler.
Yeah.
Here. But what you do is you take your can of seltzer and you slip it inside and it fits just so. And then there's this little
I like that. That's
plastic
satisfying.
lid
Mm-hmm.
that screws in, and it kind of hits right at the slope of the can, securing it in place. And
I
so
like that.
now that
Oh
your
my God, I
can
love that.
your can is like completely entrapped in this cooler, and it keeps it as cold as the moment you put it in for like
I love that.
hours, and therefore also very bubbly. And I've just been like, absolutely, like, I don't not use it. Like, we bought it because we're going on a big beach vacation in August, and I was like, these would be nice to have for the beach. And then they arrived, and I'm like, this is nice for my life. Like,
I love so much when things like do one specific thing really, really well.
it's amazing.
That's like my favorite thing in the world.
It creates a vacuum seal, so they say. I mean, it's like, there's no, like, I think the, like, right here where it's like the lid kind of thing is holding in the can, I believe that is watertight. Like, it is not,
That's awesome.
there's, I mean, you can tell it works because just much like a coffee tumbler, it's not cold to the touch, right? It's or like a coffee tumbler, warm to the touch. So it's not like letting out any of that, you know, it's only coming out through the top. So amazing in both that, like, I've like finished way more seltzers. Like, I haven't not finished a seltzer since I've gotten this because it doesn't ever get like warm and flat. It just stays ice cold and fizzy. And also, I always know which one is mine. Well, except the other day, Molly has one too, and I did accidentally take an old swig from hers, but
Old swig.
an old swig, it was old. And but it's been great because I'm always like, where's my seltzer? This is my most current one, and it's also ice cold, and it's amazing.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah. So they're available online. The one I got, I think this was like $25. And, but there are some colors that are like $50. I don't know why they're like literally twice as much for
they're
just a different
special.
color.
Because they're beautiful.
But this is beautiful. I have a beautiful like sea green.
Yeah.
And
it seems pretty special.
What color is Molly's?
She got a white one.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
But it's just great. Yeah, it's kind of funny in that it is only specifically for cans. But it
I
just
love it.
does it
Love
so
it.
well. And so I imagine it would be great for beers. I haven't had a beer out of it, but it's just like, it's changing my seltzer life. And I like took it to like family dinner. There's a lot of people around. There's a lot of drinks around. Like, I'm like, I know where my drink is. This one's mine. You know, it's great.
That's pretty great.
So
I think
Love
that's as much a benefit as anything else, honestly.
yeah, honestly it is. It's like, 25% of it.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful.
And I did last weekend. I did a bunch of grocery shopping and kept it in the hot car in between grocery shopping, and it kept it impressively cold for being in a 95-degree car for most of the day. So
wow,
it's great.
Wow, way to be.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the name of it.
Okay.
For you. Yeti Rambler Colster.
Wow, that's a dumb
Colster?
That's a dumb name.
Hey, it's a portmanteau.
Coldster?
Colster.
Oh, wow.
It's stupid. It's really stupid.
It's not even a holster. Get your shit together, Yeti.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But it's a good product.
It's like a cold coaster is maybe what they're... It's stupid. They did a bad job there.
Bad job, but good product.
Good product. Yep, that's what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that you found that and recommended it to the world.
Yeah. There it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Conjuration.
Conjurations.
Well,
Preposterous.
should we do homework then? Oh.
I just want to quickly say about Stranger Things, season 3.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So good. So good.
Yeah, I will say, I think at least on par with season 1, I might have even liked it a little more.
I think I liked it more.
Which is incredible, because I think season 1 is, incredible. Stunning.
Mm.
And I thought season 3 was incredible. So.
Stunning.
Stunning.
I think, do you see what I meant about it being gross, though?
It was really gross.
Yeah. I think that might have been what kind of, I think I said I thought it was between 1 and 2 in terms of, goodness. I stand by that, but I think a lot of it is just because, the monster element of it was so horrible for me to even look at. Not in a fun way.
Yeah, I got you.
But I thought, the whole... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, I thought the whole, creating this, very evocative 80s aesthetic thing, I thought they did such a great job with the arcade, and kids and, all that stuff in the first season, and I thought they did the same thing with the whole, mall aesthetic, and, to watch them grow up was also kind of, really fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree with you that it was definitely an iconic season.
Yeah, there was definitely a moment where I was like, I'm eating, in the very first episode.
Yeah.
So it was grosser than it's ever been.
Grosser things.
Absolutely no question about that at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
But I have questions about your opinions on certain things, but I don't know that I want to get into specifics.
Yeah, let's do this off pod. Let's have a Stranger Things after this we record.
Okay. If people want to talk spoilers with us on Stranger Things, you know where to find us, or you will in a second after we do homework.
Homework. Hannah, homework.
My homework for you is watch Blown Away on Netflix. It's great.
Blown away.
And I'll give a shout out to, I'm not going to tag her on Twitter because she doesn't have a ton of followers. But I don't want to freak her out, but I'll give her a shout out in the description
once editor?
I find her again. Yeah, the editor, because she's really good.
I feel like you could tag her.
Maybe I'll I don't know.
I don't think she's going to get a huge mass of followers coming from us.
Well, it's just...
And she might appreciate the appreciation.
Yeah, so I'm gonna... Well, we'll see. We'll see. I just...
Okay.
Okay.
Blown away.
Blown away.
And my Twitter is Hanthropology. And that's also
With a Y.
my Instagram with a Y, not an IE.
With a Y.
I have another podcast.
No IE.
Yeah.
Like the study of people, not the store.
Yeah, wow. Thank you. I have another podcast called So Dreamy. Do you want to sing something for that, Ben?
So dreamy.
So dreamy.
We talk about dreams and stuff.
And that's with shout outs to Rachel, who I'm hanging out with this weekend. Shout outs to Rachel.
Shout outs to Rachel.
Yeehaw.
We love you and Jesse and all the little chillins and everybody. I don't want to necessarily call out the children's names. That's all.
Yeah, and everybody.
Everybody. There's a lot of people in our family. And then also don't forget to check out Podcoin. I'm gonna put that in the description too.
Cool.
Ben.
My homework is to listen to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Just pick whichever, all the titles of the episodes are just the people he interviews. Pick whichever one's most interesting to you.
Pick it.
And then keep doing that, because that's what I am doing. My Twitter is Nicely Proved Ben. My Twitch is Disco Greg. That's it.
Greg.
Bye. Go away. Never talk to me again.
Aaron, what's your homework?
Yo. My homework is at Earnburn. Is to get a Yeti can cooler. Or colder, whatever the fuck
Cold stir,
whatever the fuck they want you to call it. I like it a lot. I can vouch for it. It's great. Okay. Let's see, what do I do? I guess I have lesbian movie reviews at Lesbian Movie Reviews on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I will eventually have a website up at queerworksmap.com, and I've got a little something there. And I've got a website, earnburn.com. And that's what I have.
Nice.
Fuck yes.
We also, the podcast has a voicemail. If you want to call and tell us the story of corn or anything else, spoons, whatever, you can. And a time that you hurt your tongue on a knife in an unexpected way, you can call us, leave us a voicemail at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
We have also a Twitter at 2BroadPod on Twitter. We have
I'm so far away from the microphone.
We have an Instagram, Way Too Broad.
Sound like a heckler.
You do sound like a heckler.
Oh, my first heckler. We have an email, waytoobroad@gmail.com. And if you missed anything we just said, everything will be on the website at waytoobroad.com for anything you want. www.earnben.com for anything you need. And if you enjoyed the episode today, let us know. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you want, wherever you can.
Can you leave reviews on Podcoin?
I don't think so. Maybe
That's
at
fine.
some point.
They do a lot of other cool stuff.
That's
They
not
don't
part
need
of the
reviews.
coin.
So that's it. So that's all we do, right?
That's all we do.
I know. The podcast. I had tea. I had tea on the podcast candle.
I had tea on the podcast candle.
The podcast candle, which has been burning since last week while I was in Las Vegas, as promised, is now finally, to everyone's great relief, extinguished.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Burning down the house.